Okay, hi everyone, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, I haven't made a video in a couple months, and I think the last one I did was like on a little nice shot that I made on Father's Day when I came up to play for like an hour. Anyways, the main reason is because I tore my table apart and I refurbished it. I went through everything. I fixed all the discrepancies in all the rails, the cushions. I tightened everything up. I leveled it good. And then an old buddy I played with 35, 40 years ago, Bobby, gave me the name of a guy that does refurbishes tables and refelts them. So I had him come. His name's Brian, and he's from here, Northern California, San Joaquin Valley. If anybody wants or looking to have someone redo their table, he did a good job. He could send a message and maybe or whatever, I could share his name and info. And I don't know, I got a lot of stuff to say. It's been a couple months, I haven't been playing. The table turned out great. I love the look of it. I kind of set it up with the Matchroom look. I love the black on the gray. My last videos, if you've watched, I had the Simonis green blue, and this time I went with the gray. I love the look. I especially like the fact that it's soft on the eyes. I put four-inch pockets in, and before in some of my previous videos a while back, which I started making videos because I don't know if anybody knows, but I quit kind of a high-level competition 30 years ago. I got tired of giving guys 4 games going to 6 and traveling around playing 70 hours a week. And, you know, I started working, then I got married, then I had kids, then you get older, and I started golfing when I was 30 and really got into that. And now I can kind of care less about golf. In the last 10 months, I think I've played 1,100 hours of pool, 25 to 30 hours a week practicing to get back in the game. Wanted to redo my table. My last video will show you how beat up my table was. And, you know, I mean, that's a lot of hours in 10 months. And then with my 2 boys and their friends playing, and they're trying to do masse shots and jump shots, and the thing had just bullet holes in it, and it was beat up. And so anyways, I thought, well, going forward, I'm going to hit this hard for another several months and then go play in some tournaments and have some fun and see what happens. So anyways, yeah, I love this gray. It's soft on the eyes. It really makes the color of the balls pop nice. I swapped over to LED lights depending on how much light I got coming in during the day. And I got a dimmer, so that's kind of cool. And I also, I couldn't find any of the newer style stuff that are flush, so I grinded these down and made these flush, so they're not those big old bulky half-inch piece of rubbers flopped over all the pockets, so that's kind of cool. Plays very fast, it's very level, smooth. All the discrepancies, I got everything I could do to fix everything on the cushions instead of buying a new table for, I don't know, what are they now? 12,000, 15,000, who knows? I also went with 4-inch pockets. Had somebody tell me that in the previous videos that my pockets were buckets, which is kind of funny because I had 4.5-inch pockets. And I don't know if you can see that. That's 4 now there. 3.5-inch throat. And so that's kind of cool. Table's brand new, haven't played in a month. I did hit a couple balls. There is some slide and some skid they always talk about. Turned out really nice. I'm liking it, and like I said, I'm gonna play. I got a pretty big shelf. That brings up another thing. I got so many things to say, I'm gonna forget everything. Ron, the guy that posts videos on YouTube, nice guy. He does instructional videos. I don't really talk or do video or instructions on my videos, but he said there was a calculation based on Dr. Dave about the toughness of the pockets, which I ran that calculation, and I'm playing at like an 8.2 right now. And And so, but even at 4.5-inch pockets, I know 30 years ago, back in the day, the old Gold Crowns had 5 and 1/8 inch pockets. You could fit two and 3.5 balls in the pocket. You know what I mean? So I don't know. These guys making videos today got 5, 5 1/8, 5 1/4 inch pockets. They got no shelf. Their shelf sticks out. They're making 3, 4, 5 balls on every break. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't need people telling me that I'm playing with shitty chalk. I can't play. I'm old, which I'm old. I'm 54 now, but I figure I got another 10, 15 years to play. Maybe at least another 5. I'm playing, I don't know if anybody even remembers the USPPA, but I hit a high 138 back then. And I don't even know, they came out with Fargo and got rid of the USPPA. So anyways, but I'm loving playing again. I played a lot, and I'm gonna hit it hard on the new table. And so the felt, refurbished, the pockets, the speed and the level is awesome. I got the LED. They made fun of my chalk. They made fun of my game. They made fun of the size of my pockets. That's kind of funny. 4.5-inch pockets. I don't think them are too tight. I think 4 to 4.25 is good if you play competition. 4.5 is fun. I didn't notice too much of a difference with 4-inch, but they are smaller. I played 3 7/8 one time, a long time ago, long time ago. Those were tight. And I seen someone on YouTube have a 3.75-inch pockets, which, that brings up another topic, is I wanted some trivia for you guys. Everybody's asking, is that an 8-footer or is that a 9-foot table? It's a 9-foot table. And so this is interesting, is that with a 7-foot table with 5 1/4-inch pockets with no shelf, if you calculate the numbers out, and my numbers are right, there's about a little over 10% of the table on a 7-foot bar box basically is a hole that will accept the ball. So, you know, when you're playing 9-ball in a bar box and you make 3, 4, 5, 6 balls on the break, but then you go to a 9-foot table with a shelf and a 4-inch pocket that calculates out to just a little bit under 5% of the table has holes that will accept the ball. So half is twice as tough. The other thing too that people don't realize or don't know, but from a 7-foot table to a 9-foot table, on average, their shots are 28.5% longer, almost 30% longer on average on a 9-foot table. So anyways, it makes a big difference, and it's hard to adjust for people who have a 7-foot table or have a 9 and go to a 7. It's like, oh my God, those are buckets. But going from a 7 to a 9, that's tough. Going from 7 to 9 with small pockets, that's really tough. But if you have an 8-foot table and you're kind of right in the middle, you can kind of adjust a little better. So anyways, yeah, so the lighting, the refurbished, the color combo, the pockets, the size, the trivia. Oh, the balls on this gray. I think that this color combo really brings the color of the balls out. Looks awesome. The LED kind of helped. Got rid of that old condensate. On the old green cloth, it was tough with the 6-ball and the 8-ball, and I made a video about that in my corner-to-corner drill that I showed. I haven't been playing in a month, and I think my next video, I got in a situation where I was in a spot where my ball rolled up, my cue rolled up on the 8 with the 9 over there, and that's going to be my next video. It's going to be kind of cool. Is that I was basically on the 50-yard line to get shape on the 9, and my son walked up, and I'm like, what would you do here? And he looked at it. He plays left-handed. I play right-handed. And he's like, I would go over there. And I said, okay, well, me being a right-hander, I kind of feel like cutting it this way is better, but I played it both ways. And I made it in here, I made it over there, and then I cross-banked it down there and cross-banked it over there and made all 4 shots when he was watching. It was kind of cool. So I'm going to make a video of that because, I mean, after playing 30 hours, and somebody else made fun of me They're like, there's no way that you played 10,000 plus hours back, 35 years ago or whatever. Well, do the math, 70 hours a week of playing times, I don't know, 12 years or whatever it was. Shit. And like I said, I think I just played 1,100 hours in the last 10 months. And then someone else made a comment like, well, you play all those hours, but you don't get any better. But I will tell you guys that honestly, compared to that 138 US PPA that I played at to a peak at one point, I'm playing to that level and higher. There's no doubt that they didn't have YouTube back in the day. This stuff they put out now, you learn from everybody. So anyways, I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, put them in there. Just stay away from the hate. It's just not, it's not fun. I just ignore it mostly, or I come back and maybe say a funny comment like they don't know what they're talking about, especially like that triangle chalk that I was using, which is made by Tweeting Company, if they knew. And the guy was older. He probably was about 55, 60, so he had to know that it's the same company that makes Master Chalk. And Master Chalk, I still use it. I use the snooker chalk because they had the green color on my last felt, which was the Simonis 860. This time I switched it up because of the humidity. This is on a subfloor upstairs. And I switched the felt up a little bit. If you want to know, let me know. I'll tell you what it is. But I think it looks clean, looks nice. And I'm excited to play. So anyways, hope you liked it. Till next time.